Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. The question we asked today is, will we ever really know the true extent of India's COVID tragedy? Why we say that? Well, viewers, what we've done is, India today has got down to some serious number crunching, where we've looked at data very closely from civil registration, hospital, crematoriums of those dead in the last 6 months. We took that data and then compared it with those dead in 6 months' time during the same time frame, let's say from January to June, in the last 3 years. What we saw in certain states was a spike of 1 lakh dead, more than what it was in the earlier 3 years. What does that actually mean? Because a lot of them would have died of comorbidities, nothing to do with COVID. But the fact is, which needs to be looked at, that there was a spike of many thousands in that same period than it has ever been in any other year in the past. Take a look at this report. The deaths that haunted India and the world outside. The number of dead, the COVID death toll. Will we ever know? Policymakers back home have repeatedly denied underreporting of COVID-19 fatalities.
वह रिपोर्ट टोटली बेसलेस है, एब्सोल्युटली फॉल्स है, क्योंकि रिपोर्ट किसी एविडेंस से ना तो सपोर्टेड है ना बैक्ड है कि इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि क्या बेसिस पर कैलकुलेशन की गई है। आप सबकी नॉलेज में है, हमारे देश में एक एग्जिस्टिंग रोबस्ट सिस्टम है फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन एंड रिपोर्टिंग ऑफ डेथ्स का।
India today is scoured through civil registration, hospitals and other data sources across several states.
Well, we studied this widely scattered data that has got to do with toll during 2021, the pandemic here, and also studied the data as far as deaths before the pandemic is concerned. We then tallied that data with the death toll associated with the pandemic officially declared by the government as COVID-19 deaths.
We then correlated the numbers with the toll officially attributed to COVID-19. Sample these numbers from Karnataka. In its civil registration system, Karnataka recorded more than 330,000 deaths from all causes till June 19th this year. 95,000 more than the 235,000 deaths recorded in 2019. And 86,000 more than the 244,000 deaths recorded in 2018 during the same 6-month period. Karnataka officially attributing 21,667 fatalities to COVID-19 so far this year. The state government, however, rules out any glaring discrepancy.
We have nothing to hide or fudge because that is not our motive. There could be some technical error, but I'll find out about it. It can't be such large numbers.
In neighboring Tamil Nadu, the state recorded a total of 318,000 deaths till May this year. 68,000 more than the 250,000 in 2019 and 82,000 more than the 236,000 in 2018 during the same corresponding period. Tamil Nadu's official tally, however, shows 12,097 deaths linked to COVID-19 from January to May this year.
இப்போ ஒரு 5 மாவட்டங்கள்ங்கிற மாதிரி ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணி வரோம். நாங்கள் போகிற எல்லா மாவட்டத்திலையும் நடத்துகிற கூட்டங்களில் ரிவ்யூ பண்ணும்போது கலெக்டர்ஸுக்கு சொல்கிறதே ஒரு சாவை கூட மறைக்கக்கூடாது. சாவு மறைக்கிறதுல எந்த பிரயோஜனமும் இல்லை, சாவு மறைக்கவும் முடியாது.
Crematoriums in the national capital overflowed in April and May this year. The Delhi government's health bulletin placed the COVID toll at 13,200 and 1 in these 2 months. But crematoriums showed 19,715 deaths from the pandemic. This as the city's 3 municipal corporations issued a total of 34,750 death certificates in April and May, up from 5,475 issued in the corresponding period last year.
दिल्ली के अंदर जितनी भी मौत होती है वो डेथ रजिस्टर में सब एंटर होती है। कोरोना के इसके अंदर दिया जाता है, हेल्थ बुलेटिन के अंदर दिया जाता है। दिल्ली शहर के अंदर एक भी डेथ होती है उसको कोई कम या ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकता है।
We next studied data from 4 municipal corporations in Rajasthan. The total deaths in Jaipur, Jodhpur, Bikaner and Udaipur municipal records crossed 23,300 in April and May this year, up from 7,263 deaths in the corresponding period of 2020. But on paper, the COVID death toll remains relatively low, of 2,213 deaths.
मौत जितनी हुई है कोविड से उसको छुपाने में तो किसी को मजा नहीं आता, उल्टा ज्यादा सावधान होंगे लोग अगर सच्चाई सामने आएगी। तो हमारी कोशिश तो यही है कि जितनी कैजुअलिटीज हुई है वो फिगर जनता के सामने रखा जाए।
The spike in fatalities recorded in 2021 compared to previous years is big, is huge, with COVID accounting on paper for a very small percentage of these figures. Authorities should explain the cause of other excess deaths in greater detail. Bureau Report, India Today. All right, viewers, this was the data of 4 states, Delhi being, of course, one of them. But there was also data that we had from the state of Gujarat. Now, that's been highly controversial because there's been a lot that has gone down in print politically, where there have been charges made that the Gujarat government has been hiding COVID death figures. Now, we did not want to put the figures out because the figures which are now out in public domain are the ones that have been put forth by the Congress party because they have done a survey. The government in question has refused to give out data. And it would be highly unfair for us to speculate and put out data because the government needs to give us some data through various data sources. When we did ask the Deputy Chief Minister of Gujarat the question on why the data has not been given out, who's also the Health Minister, Mr. Patel said this to us.
नंबर्स को लेकर बहुत सारी बातें होती है, क्या कहेंगे आप सर कि नंबर्स बहुत ज़्यादा है, सरकार कम दिखा रही है?
बाद में बात करेंगे, सबके साथ बात करेंगे। यानी पद्धति हुई हम ना बधाई मांगे छे।
नंबर्स को लेकर बहुत सारी बातें होती है, क्या कहेंगे आप सर कि नंबर्स बहुत ज़्यादा है, सरकार कम दिखा रही है?
बाद में बात करेंगे, सबके साथ बात करेंगे। यानी पद्धति हुई हम ना बधाई मांगे छे।
All right, viewers, so we're not putting the numbers out because, like we said, the numbers of Gujarat were provided by the Congress. They put it out in public domain, the government refusing to talk about numbers or even giving us access to that data. I want to connect right now to our panelists this evening. I have Rohan Gupta, spokesperson Congress. I also have Shaina NC, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party. Shaina, I'd like to begin with you. You know, it's a mix. It's not just states which are governed by the BJP, but the Congress as well. But the data discrepancy is huge. Nobody's saying that, you know, where there's a gap of, say, 90,000 deaths extra in that 6-month period, which is been, you know, now counted for. Because if you compare that data, say, in a state like Karnataka, from January to July, June, it's nearly a gap of 95,000 on what has ever been recorded in the last 3 years. They need to be counted for somewhere.
No, I agree with you, Preeti, and I don't think that the government, central government or the states are hiding anything. If at all, the difference in data has been observed for quite some time now. And what is expected is that there could be some discrepancy, the difference in numbers in this particular time, whether it's comorbidities or each state reporting, and we know health is a state subject. So obviously every single state has to ensure that this issue raised earlier officials had said that they were looking into this issue and they want to find reason, but the difference remained that many citizens were confused when they saw different data at different places. But I would like to say what the Health Ministry today gave as an official statement, saying that there is no major difference in the number of daily deaths declared by the state. And you talked about Vadodara Municipal Corporation. I think we need to also understand that the bulletin for the city and the district, the difference in numbers of positive cases can differ too. I mean, was as high as 200, and this had reached 278 in May. So the number of daily deaths may differ, but the total number of deaths, you will not have that much of a difference. I would only want to say there are lots of media reports also which have been speculating as to why there is a difference, but do understand that when there are comorbidities and especially when there are COVID deaths, sometimes, like an official said in the Vadodara Municipal Corporation, that these discrepancies make the state governments responsible, and the data released by local authorities was to be marked. And obviously, when there was the peak where it was impossible to actually contain or to find out, that's a different story. But across the country, I think what Mr. V.K. Paul and the Health Ministry have said is absolutely our stand, that every death needs to be accounted for, whether it's comorbidity, whether it's pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, whether it is like in Uttar Pradesh, there was a particular mysterious death where one didn't even know whether it was fever or a different kind of a reaction to medicine, and they typed it off as probably being COVID because they were groping in the dust. So we must not hide anything, and we are not hiding anything. But yes, the numbers to tally, it is the responsibility of the state governments as well.
But that's not happening, Shaina, and I want to bring in, Rohan as well in this conversation, because I'll give you an example why it's not happening. The number of times, let's say, the UP Health Secretary or the UP government has been asked, they've been very clear that the number of deaths are exactly what they have given out in public statements or in public knowledge. Those are the only deaths where some states are concerned. So accounting for is very different than being in abject denial. I want to now bring in, Rohan as well into this conversation, because Rohan, the Congress has constantly asked and slammed the centre for not reporting the right number and for under-reporting. The fact is, Rohan, there are states like run by your own government, Rajasthan, which have huge discrepancies, is what we have looked at.
Preeti, first of all, I would like to start my point by saying that nobody should hide the numbers, because at the end of the day, by doing that, what you are doing is you are not presenting real picture to the people. And that is what we could see in first wave and second wave. See, it's not about center versus state or whether it is Congress state or BJP states. It's a inhuman to hide the number at this juncture. We have passed through second wave, and we have seen what are the numbers. We have seen the dead bodies in Ganga. We have seen lines in Tremendous. I am from Gujarat, and situation has been worse. The number what you see on the official number and actual what you see is totally different. So my point here is, I don't want to go into state versus center debate. There should be clear-cut guideline by central government that whether it is comorbidity or post-corona, pre-corona, whatever, the number should reflect the right picture. And that is what we have seen, unless and until that is clear-cut guideline by the central government, because state governments, whatever it is, whether it is Congress or BJP, they might have their own policy, but it should not be allowed. There should be central government guideline that what is the COVID number, whether comorbidity is part of COVID number, whether the samples taken by swab test, whether it is part of COVID, that is to be decided purely by central government, and guidelines should be issued to state government, whoever is a state government, but nobody should be allowed to hide any number. And we have seen that in Bihar, and there are many states where single day number of 10,000, 11,000 has been added. The discrepancy cannot be such a big number. I can understand, because compiling the number might be a difficulty. There can be discrepancy of 5-10% here and there. That is still understandable. But having a discrepancy of 10,000 cases in a single day, number of deaths in a single day, I think that is inhuman, and that should not be allowed at any cost.
Rohan, can I quote you the number of Rajasthan? And I'll just ask our producers to also play it there. Because you talk about, numbers in terms of should not be huge. You talk about Bihar, you talk about, Karnataka, you talk about Gujarat, you talk about Uttar Pradesh. I just want to, Rohan, I want to just put that number on record. the official COVID number, which the state of Rajasthan has declared, is 2,143. That is the official COVID number that your state has declared. But if you look at the number of deaths, now there could be comorbidities, is massive.
So that's what I'm saying, Preeti. I am from Gujarat. As you have rightly told, I don't want to play here politics by putting Gujarat number. I have the number on my screen. I don't want to go into that. You just heard the Rajasthan health minister saying that we don't want to hide any number. If there are any discrepancies, we will definitely sort it out. So again, I'm coming back to the main point. Whether you show me Rajasthan or Delhi or Gujarat, my point is very, very clear. We are passing through pandemic. It is not the time of politics by hiding the numbers. Whether whatever state it is, which is whatever government it is, we cannot hide the numbers. And central government definitely should find out which government, state government has hidden the number and take the steps. I'm with you on that. So whether any state, again I'm coming to my main point, we have seen whether it is Bihar or Rajasthan or Gujarat, if any discrepancy is there, even today, if government wants to correct, they should be given chance to correct and give the real number to the people.
All right, okay, Shaina. The fact is, the state of Bihar, let's take that in question, declared a number which was seen to be far short of the actual death toll. The High Court came down heavily, asked for an audit, and then in 3 days, the government went back and said, okay, sorry, that wasn't our number. This is a number which was far greater than what the original number was. Would you reckon now that the courts have to step in and crack the whip and say, okay, conduct an audit because the numbers that you seem to be giving are wrong?
No, I think, Preeti, every single state has to take it on themselves. There's been immense hardship and pain for the country. And yes, we have reached our peak and we have also gone down. I mean, in the sense, if you look from 400K, the way we've actually been at our lowest, I think this is a good sign for the country and does point that at least plateauing of a case, if not a complete decline, the deaths have continued to also reduce in that proportion. But as I said, the only confusion is comorbidity. And what explains this difference, I think the first gap between the cases and the deaths had been earlier too. But the effects of the cases, whether they're rising or falling, are generally visible in roughly 15 days. So what is the cycle of infection? If somebody is losing life because of a comorbidity or a COVID complication, it is clearly for the states and the local bodies to take on.
Would you reckon a state like Uttar Pradesh should now conduct an audit because there have been multiple reports suggesting under-reporting in the state?
Yes, yes. I think we have to do it all across India. And I'm agreeing with Rohanji for the first time that it's not about BJP-run states or any other. It's about us just making sure that we know cause of death. And at the same time, there is no hiding of deaths, because this is not something that gives anyone any pleasure. If at all, if the actual numbers are out, also people would hopefully be more cautious to understand that this is an invisible terrorist and hasn't disappeared yet. Another factor that is influencing overall death numbers is the longer recovery from COVID this time compared to last year. So the disease is clearly more severe now than it was last year, as were the symptoms. So the virus is preliminarily lung disease, as we know, but in this particular time, it's affecting the human cells. So there are lots of complications, you know, and we need to take time to stabilize. And that's why when you speak to experts like Dr. Neeraj Nishal and others, you know, even Congress lost one of its leaders, Mr. Rajiv Satav, for a prolonged illness, and then of course you have multiple complications in particular cases. So I think that every state government has to take it on themselves to make sure the second wave is going to be contained in terms of numbers and in terms of the facts as to how one has lost life.
But it's not just that the second wave is contained, it's also that the country deserves to know how bad the crisis was, to know the true extent of our tragedy. How many of us actually died due to COVID? And I'll bring in Rohan Gupta on this. Rohan Gupta, the fact is, till now, the only way that has happened is once the courts have stepped in and say, this number is rubbish, conduct an audit and come back with a new number. That's what made Bihar go back and come back with a new number. Maharashtra is playing it smart because they go back and they, you know, rake up the numbers on their own every few days. But what is the way out? Because neither of the state governments are actually going to unilaterally come out and say, okay, let's try and look at the numbers, because they're very happy showing just 2,000 like the state of Rajasthan.
Preeti, as you have rightly told, like Bihar, after an audit, the number came out. I think there should be proper audit in all the states, and the real number must come out. It's not about hiding the numbers. You are really playing with the lives of these people of this country. You cannot be allowed to do that. Whichever is the government, you have to give the real number. As again I am saying, even if it is a post correction, they should be allowed.
Only solution is the centre's decision to certify all COVID deaths.
Shaina ji, I don't think so. We are disagreeing today on any of the issues.
Fortunately.
My point is, it should be very, very clear the way the Bihar. Let me complete. The way Bihar numbers came out after the audit ordered, I think same way all the states should definitely come out, and based on the Bihar model, the court should pass an order by telling all the governments that please give the real number. That's it.
All right, let's move.
Preeti, just 1.10 seconds. See, Preeti, I think the best decision that has been taken is that all coronavirus deaths need to be certified, or action will be taken. This is what the centre has
but
also
that never
decided,
happens,
but the
Shaina.
states
That's
have
the sad
agreed.
part. No.
And if there are unaccounted death figures and raising questions on whether the states were undercounting or the... Okay.
All right. Appreciate you both for joining us. But the fact is, will it really happen? Will states unilaterally make that decision of doing a recount, looking closer at the numbers, which seem to suggest a very low count, but the actual numbers are massive? Well, we'll only know in days to come, because the numbers will not be hidden. You know, the dead don't talk, but the bodies rack up. Appreciate you all for joining us. Thank you.